Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Detroit police are searching for a gunman they say killed a woman and left another man for dead. And that tops our noon show. Thanks for joining us. I'm Priya Mann. It happened on Detroit's east side at a home earlier this morning. Police say shell casings were found inside and outside of the home. Let's get out to our Pamela Osborne, who is live at DPD headquarters. Good morning. Good afternoon, Pamela.
Hi, Priya. I did check in with police. They say there are no new updates on this investigation at this hour. But here's what we know and what we can tell you about what happened so far. Detroit police were alerted to a shooting by ShotSpotter, a gun detection system that notifies officers whenever a gun is fired. It was triggered just before 4 o'clock this morning in the area of Pinewood and Reno, that's on Detroit's east side. According to responding officers, they saw a man outside of a home who had been shot. When they went inside the home, they found another shooting victim, a woman who appeared to be in her 20s. She did not survive her injuries. Again, this information is limited at this time, but here's what DPD is saying about the shooting.
There was a disturbance, shots were fired, and vehicles fled the location. We're still investigating.
The man was taken to the hospital where he's listed in stable condition right now. Meantime, police are asking anyone with information to give them a call or call Crime Stoppers. Reporting live outside of DPD headquarters this afternoon, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
And hopefully someone comes forward. All right, Pamela, thank you. Now, for a second day in a row, jury deliberations are underway in the case of the former police officer charged in the death of Patrick Lyoya. The case was handed over to the jury just before 1 o'clock Monday afternoon after 6 days of testimony from 23 witnesses, including Christopher Schur himself. Jurors were given 3 choices: guilty of second-degree murder, guilty of voluntary manslaughter, or not guilty of any of the charges. We'll bring you any developments with the jury, including the trial verdict, live on Local 4 Plus and the homepage of clickondetroit.com. Big changes are on the way to the University of Michigan, from President Santa Ono announcing plans to step down to the more recent 2-game suspension of football coach Sharon Moore. Earlier this morning on Local 4 Plus, we spoke with award-winning author and University of Michigan alum John U. Bacon on the changes.
This came as a shock to the Board of Regents. They had no idea of any of this till Sunday afternoon. So this was very surprising. They knew in October that Florida had pitched for Santa Ono at that time, and Santa Ono had declined their overtures. He had also pitched in for the job at Oxford University in London, England, and also Harvard, and he didn't get very close to either one, I don't think. But they knew that he was kind of looking around even in the second to third year. This suspension, by the way, is related to the sign stealing episode, but it's not quite as direct. He erased a bunch of text messages on his phone, which is a bad idea, obviously, erasing evidence. They restored it, they sent it back to the NCAA, and there's nothing in there that was apparently all that bad for him, but it's obviously a bad look. So that is what they're addressing here as far as the role goes.
And you can watch the full interview on our website, clickondetroit.com, or on our YouTube page. Today, United Auto Workers will rally in Warren. The union is supporting auto parts tariffs and making it clear they want Stellantis to increase staffing at American plants. On Monday, union members rallied in Trenton, saying it's all about correcting years of wrongs.
Our free trade system is broken, and it's been broken for a long time now. Companies like Stellantis have taken full advantage of it, shipping our jobs to Mexico, where labor is exploited for $3 an hour. They don't need to, they choose to, because they can get away with it.
And members say Stellantis can either support American workers or keep putting profits ahead of people. Today, voters across Metro Detroit will decide on several school bond proposals, and we're talking about Ferndale, Lamphere Schools, Mount Clemens, Redford Union, and Southgate. In Mount Clemens, the district is pursuing a nearly $92 million in bonds over 20 years. The district says its department is in need for the money to make repairs to the high school ceilings and improve the infrastructure of the middle and high schools.
We can't sometimes get people into the district to see the great things that are happening because of what the exterior looks like, and it has an impact.
However, not everyone's on board with the plan. Critics saying the price tag is too high, while others are feeling overtaxed. Part of the vote does include a district tax reduction, a rare move the district hopes will help win over voters. And other major bond proposals on ballots for voters coming today from Ferndale and Clawson. In Ferndale, voters will decide on a nearly $115 million bond to update its middle and high schools and a renewal of the city's operating millage. Meanwhile, in Clawson, voters will decide on a charter amendment to limit the city council to 4 members and a mayor, blocking a previous plan to expand the council. If approved, council members would serve 4-year terms every 2 years. And towing trouble continues in Taylor. Tonight, City Council will discuss a contract for area towing after the mayor tried to end the agreement. A Wayne County judge ruled the mayor overstepped by trying to end its long-standing contract with the company. That happened earlier this month. The judge's ruling says the mayor, Tim Woolley, needs approval from City Council to end the contract. Area towing has handled Taylor's emergency calls for 25 years, but some are not happy with the price tag that comes with a tow. City Council meets tonight at 6:30 p.m. and according to the agenda, Council is expected to approve a month-to-month contract extension with area towing. All right, well, every time we take a look outside, it seems like those clouds are just moving lower and lower. Today, we've got some rain on the mix, and the radar behind you paints the picture, Ashley.
Yeah, I mean, we're finally catching a break in some portions of southeastern Michigan, but not so much in others. So pretty much along that I-94 corridor on south, still the steady light rainfall, and you'll find that a little farther west off towards Jackson as well. But the areas that have been drying out, Oakland County, Macomb County, and so as we take a closer look at really where that rain line sets up in Wayne County. If you're going to be out and about in the Canton area, Plymouth, around this lunch hour, well, you're likely going to need that umbrella. Same in Wayne, down into Romulus, and south along I-275. But this will be pushing off to the west. It has an east to westerly motion just because of where that low pressure is set up. So temperatures right now, mid to upper 50s across the area. We just don't get a whole lot warmer than that. We're forecasting low 60s this afternoon for the high. And so any of those areas still dealing with some of that rain this afternoon. A lot of that'll break pushing out of here for the evening hours. So dinner hour, a little bit drier, partly cloudy skies as we head into tonight. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at that Mother's Day weekend forecast, shaping up to be a beautiful one. So we'll be on either side of 70 Friday through Sunday. We'll have more coming up next.